If you're buying a home, how would you like to receive a $53,272 savings guarantee in writing? That's right, if you're buying a home, I can actually show you how to save at least that much money on the purchase and financing of a home. Now, how do we do that? Well, it's pretty simple. You need to understand how the bank and a mortgage really works. So let's take a look at this. We need to understand that hiring the right realtor and lender can make a huge difference. You're at a fork in the road right now. You're out looking online for different mortgage companies and realtors. Let's take a look at taking the right path here by putting more money in your pocket than giving it to the bank. So let's take a look at this. At the end of 30 years, which one of these two signs would you like me to put out in front of your front yard? Well, hopefully you said the blue sign on the right. If not, we're in big trouble here. So I want you to consider the real cost of a mortgage. If you borrow $100,000 and your interest rate was 5.5%, you're going to pay over $204,000 for that home. What happens is the bank focuses on how much money you pay, you focus on the interest rate. And the reality is, folks, the interest rate has very little impact on your mortgage. It's the dollars that you pay. So we're going to focus on the dollars more than the interest rates. So let's take a look at this and understand what happens to your mortgage. If I called you in 5 years and said, hey, let's refinance, I can cut your payment by 15%, just look through the numbers on the screen. That's what your mortgage would look like. You'd reduce your balance by about $5,000. You'd save $70 a month. Your closing costs are about $3,000. It'll take you about 43 months to break even, correct? That's wrong. It actually takes 35.25 years to break even. Why is that? Because you've been making 60 months of payments. You've given the bank over $34,000 of your money, and you only have reduced your balance by $5,000. So you handed the bank $34,000 of your money for free. So we need to stop that from happening. We don't want you on the little mouse wheel going round and round, never getting ahead. So let's take a look at this. We need to understand, is a lender, a realtor, a financial, or a tax advisor ever shared these facts with you? Well, if not, you've got to ask yourself why. Only two reasons I can think of. Either they don't know or they don't care. The question is, do you really want to be working with them if they don't know this stuff? So let's take a look at a different option. You purchase and finance the home, the same 5.5% interest rate, but instead of taking 30 years to pay it off, we get it paid off in 6 years, eliminate all your other debt in 10 months, and we save $84,847 in interest. Your effective interest rate is 1.21%, and if for the next 24 years you put your money away, your monthly mortgage payment away in an account at 5%, you'd put away over $425,000, and I'll do that all with the same amount of money that any other realtor or lender will have you spend every month. So let's take a look at another idea. What if in 6 years when you paid off your home, instead of selling it, you went out and bought another home, kept it, rented it out, let's call it for $1,000 a month. Your new mortgage payment's $1,136. We can get your second home paid off in 7 years. You save $168,000 in interest. How many homes will you buy at 1.274%? And what if we repeated the process every 6 to 7 years? Here's what your real estate plan would look like. You'd own 4 homes now. 1 of them you'd live in, 3 of them you rent out. Now, let's say that you average $1,500 a month in rent. You have a $4,500 per month retirement income plan that's indexed for inflation, because rents go up, don't they, folks? They don't go down. So we're able to take and put a retirement plan in place with you with the same amount of money that anybody else is going to have you spend. Now, all plans have to be customized. So the question for you really, and the decision you have to make, is, does it make sense for us to sit down and talk about how we may be able to work together? So if you think that we should and you're intrigued and want some more information, like me to customize a plan